All right, so we have the Nut House, which is AKA Veronica's home. Literally, if there was ever a institution, it's ironic because Veronica wants to send Melissa to be institutionalized, and Veronica made her fortune from owning a rehab clinic. Pretty much a rehabilitation center for those alcohol, drugs, whatever the case may be. And you just look at the nut cases that live in her own home. It's just ironic. Now, this video, I don't think it'll be super long, but I just want to raise the question: do you think Veronica is going to kill Melissa? I'm not going to say will kill, because like in terms of will Veronica kill Melissa, I think she's made it pretty clear, like, hey, if you're not pregnant, then I'm pretty much going to end you, because in retrospect, Veronica would have no use for Melissa at this point. Like, the fact that if that baby is she got an abortion, or the baby, or she never got pregnant, which would make, let me put it this way: Melissa not being pregnant after all this time and all these doctors who have said, the baby's fine or she's pregnant, that makes as little sense as the DA's case about Amanda's gun being the same gun that killed Jennifer. Both of them make no sense whatsoever. That's how I feel about this scenario. But I mean, we know on the next episode preview, it looks like, Melissa pretty much what Veronica say: where's all my alcohol? Are you drunk? Next thing you know, we see her grab that empty bottle, and it looks like she pops Melissa upside the head with it. Now, that's just a slight indication that Veronica, again, if that doctor's trip, and I'm thinking one of two things: that Veronica is really taking Melissa to the doctor to check on the baby, or it's a setup, so she's going to be taking Melissa to be institutionalized. I think it's one of those two things. But I'm thinking that, Melissa should have died in the car wreck, because at that point her character, in my eyes, had reached, the pinnacle of how far she can go. But this new Melissa is actually fun to watch, so I will admit that Tyler Perry did make a good move on that decision. But my question is, if Melissa isn't really pregnant, then what else is there for her to do? I don't really see what's going on. Like, some people have been talking about Benny getting Melissa pregnant, but they used a condom. Not saying that condoms are 100% effective, but wouldn't it be ironic if Melissa is saved by, Benny's seed? That would be interesting, but honestly, I don't think that would make much sense, because they just had sex, and I don't really know if pregnancies can be detected that soon. So, I mean, let's say theoretically that is the case. Oh, she's pregnant, but why isn't she showing? Well, number one, because she just got planted with the seed, so I don't think 2 months of a baby bump would occur in less than 2 hours. So, I don't see that happening. I might do a video on that, but I don't see Benny getting Melissa knocked up. It would be ironic, but I don't think that will happen. But the question is, how would Veronica get rid of Melissa? What would happen? I mean, her mom, hey, she doesn't have, well, she said she would sell her house to help pay for the funeral costs of her husband and live with her sister or somebody out of town. So I don't know. I know this might sound messed up, but I don't know if Melissa will be missed, given the fact that her father, who was the only one who apparently cared for her, is dead, and her mom pretty much just, if you will, sold Melissa into Veronica's clutches to save the family. So, I mean, there's no telling what's going to happen. I feel like when Jeffrey eventually gets out of jail, if he does, things are going to be a lot different around Veronica's house. That's all I'm saying. But I feel like Veronica, if it came down to it, she would eliminate Melissa. Will she do it herself? Possibly. You know what? I feel like, Veronica is like, when it comes down to David and people like him, or Erica, that she would eliminate them. But it's like, oh no, I wouldn't do it, but she would set it up. I feel like Melissa would be the exception. I feel like Melissa, she wouldn't do like, get Quincy after Jeffrey, or, something along those lines. I feel like, or have that guys shoot Maggie Day. I feel like Veronica would do something herself to Melissa. She would pull a Catherine Cryer. That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, do you think that Veronica would get to the point where she will kill Melissa? As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you in the next video.